Hey YouTubers, Test Just One here. I have another figure, yes again another figure. I have been anticipating this one for a long time. Asian martial arts, can't get enough of it. This is a section in my studio that I like to dedicate to the Kung Fu of styles of martial arts. You know, I love the Wing Chun system. I actually studied the Wing Chun system, and I take my hats off to these guys that incorporated this into an actual fighting style. And Wong Fei-hung is definitely one of those. He's a part of history, so as far as I know, he was known to have fought off a gang of 30 guys with the staff. So if anyone's going to do it, Jet Li can do it, because a champion fighter, or exhibitionist I suppose you'd say, is one of the best, and he's won a championship for it. So this is the perfect guy to do this fellow, and ENTERBAY have smashed it out. Yes, they have smashed it out, as they always do. I've got the IP, man, Ip Man 3 I think it was, up the top there on my shelf. I love the boxing of this one. This one I love even more. Why? Because when I was studying the box, I noticed that the box was lined with material. They've put like a cotton fabric over the front of this box to display it with this beautiful print of the writing. I'll put it sideways and put it up to you. Once upon a time in China. Yes, a license once upon a time in China. ENTERBAY have done it. I'm proud of them. And I love this box. I love the way they've done it. So look, they've done it in different, say when you flip it, it's the right row up. But the tops and the bottom is just plain, so who cares about that. Little bit of dark writing in the back there with all the people involved and licensing and whatnot. Fantastic box. That's enough time I'll spend on that box, but I do love it, and I do keep my boxes, so this one is going to be well looked after, like all the rest of mine I suppose. What we have here is the figure. This figure, I've looked at it, I've posed it, and I love it. I love the face on it. I love the plait work they've done on the back of the head here. There's not a hair out of place. It's spot on. I cannot believe it. The only thing I would say is, and I'll show you this on camera because, like close up, because I'm not gonna trim it. I just want you to see it as it is. They haven't gone over it at the end of the belt, as to speak, or before they've packaged the figure, and left all the bits of cotton hanging out from the sewing job that they've done on it. That's okay to me. That's just a minor scissor job. You just cut it off. It doesn't affect the material. But other than that, I look the detail to his clothing, the layering, the facial expression, really good. And you'll get a close up of that. And what you get with it, the lion's head and the celebration lion dancing flag, all is really good to me. I just think it's a fantastic ENTERBAY product, and they have done it again. I'm very proud of them. So well done, ENTERBAY. Keep up the good work. I will be continuing to buy from you if this is what you're going to release. Let's get a close-up of it and what you get with it. I think if you want to say there's a very good likeness to Jet Li, I would say right now, looking through this lens, I have a very spot-on sculpt of a very serious, ready for action Jet Li. or Wong Fei-hung. Brilliant sculpt. The shading of the shaved part of the head is present in very fine detail. Good coloration of the cheekbones and all throughout the sculpt, so it's great paint apps has been applied to this head. I will what I'll do is I'll just quickly spin it around just to show you the what they've done in detail. They've applied a really good plait to the back of the head. I cannot fault it. It's no loose bits and pieces. The quality control of that the paint apps was done in precision. Really, it was that good. I'm just going to stop the spinning of the figure right now and just show you the shine alone is amazing. But when you follow through, which I'm just about to disconnect the camera, follow through down the tail, there's not a hair out of place. Now, isn't that great work? All the way around, it's been rooted really well, or however they've done it. But they've also taken the care in making sure their hair is tight. Damn tight. So well done, ENTERBAY. That part of the application to this figure head was spot on. I've decided to trim the loose bits of cotton. I just didn't really... For respect to ENTERBAY, I just didn't want to display him. He's too great a figure to do that. So I have trimmed it up. It took me about a minute. Now the outfit, I really like it. It's very fine cotton. What they've done here, I'm not too sure if that's how they decided to do it, so they didn't stress the buttons on the material, but they have the buttons were undone. So I've got one undone at the bottom here because I don't want to do that up, because I'm going to be kicking the legs up a bit, so I don't want to bust the buttons off. But the buttons are made out of metal. So again, the ENTERBAY has gone into the detail of applying these metal buttons, so it's easy to apply the outfit or take it off, because the metal part of the buttons does make a big difference in strength when you're putting your nails around it to flick the cotton loop around the button. So well done again for ENTERBAY's doing the detail of that outfit. At the bottom of the sleeves, what they've done is they've applied a length of white under there, so they've stitched that under there, so it's got like a nice sleeve effect, which you can probably fold back if you choose. But there is also some cloth. There is also some cloth under there, like another layer, which is this outfit underneath. Pants are good. He has a little black tie holding the pants on. See what I mean? There's a little bit of cotton still, so no one's gone down and afterwards and gone over the clothing and nipped the pieces off and prettied it up before it got boxed, unfortunately. But that to me doesn't make a big difference. We have very nice pooties, which is the wraps around the ankles, very detailed. There's lots of strapping put around it. I'm not too sure if the other companies that have made this Wong Fei-hung figure, which was Ace Toys, they did make one, an unlicensed one. I did like the face of the figure, but I didn't like the the back of the head, what Ace has done is they sculpted that part, then they put the tail on from the sculpt. That's not, I don't like that, and so I held back on getting that figure. And there was another company which was has made something very similar to this, but I don't think they've licensed the figure because it was released as Wong Fei-hung, I believe, and that is easy to do, well, easy to get out of licensing. So I think, in my personal opinion, this is probably the better option of a collectible figure, but the price is very high. I got this for about 248 US. I believe it was a pre-order price. I was the last to get it on that particular site at that time. Then the ENTERBAY has gone up in price because it's already in stock, and it's now 290 US dollars. Who was that company that made that other figure? Oh, I'm trying to think. Who was it? Inflame Toys, that's who it was. Yep, Inflame Toys. Very similar to what you have here. I don't think the hat was and the glasses was with that figure, but I think it's got a change of top or something like that. So you have your Kung Fu material shoes, your pooties. I think they call them underneath here like a stocking. Yeah, lovely detail. Under the slippers as well, the Kung Fu slippers. The posing of the figure was fine with me. It is double jointed at the elbow. It does have a good crunch. It leans back really well. It twists really well. The legs are double jointed. So all the posing is there, and over 30 points of articulation. So everything's there. I will do a couple of poses at the end of this video, but I just wanted to basically show you what this figure comes with. Okay, so I'll put him down. I'll just give you another close-up of his face. And move on to accessories. Very, very nice figure. Now comes with wooden staff. Black Kung Fu pants, good tie straps, very well done, very well made. The black cotton ties on the bottom as well. So very nice looking black Kung Fu pants. His brimmed hat. This absolutely looks stunning on him when I put it on, so I'll give you a view of that. Love the hat, fits him really well. Doesn't put too much stress on the head when you put on it either, just so it sits on. His very Western style glasses that he was wearing for a short part of the film, along with the hat. He was pretty much doing it to impress someone. For the purpose of this video, I've got the right extra gripping hand, and we have the fan here which does open up. It's quite nice. We'll put this in the hand. Fits really well. Yeah. I do have I purchased an umbrella, So that was about 30 bucks or something like that. It's an opening umbrella, which I definitely wanted to have as part of this collection because he does use the umbrella quite a bit in the martial arts film. So that's to come. Unfortunately it's not here, so I can't review it. Love the hands it comes with. We've got the two sort of stylized martial arts fighting hands, I suppose you could say that. That's cool. Sort of tiger claw hands. Love them. This could possibly be a opened fan hand, and this is more like a it's almost a fuxao, like a martial arts style of hand that they used for gouging eyes, and yeah, the very strong style of hand that you'd use in fighting. I like it. I really like that one. I call it fuxao. Fuxao. Fuck. And then another gripping hand, left hand instead of a right hand. Metal, a waist clamp with the metal pole, adjustable of course. And then a licensed Once Upon a Time in China base. ENTERBAY's stands, I really like them. If you're lucky enough to have the metal one, that is probably one of the best bases I've ever had. I haven't placed this in for a reason. There is a reason, and that's the flag is it's a easy prop and support to hold up the ceremonial lion's flag or banner, if you will. Lots of detail put into it, right down to the corny sort of applications that are done at the top here. But the fur has been well placed. The detail in the little pom-poms they've got hanging off the main stem. The flag is supported by a wooden pole with a metal sort of axe style display, almost like a weapon. I think you could say it's a weapon, part of the weapon. Spin that back around. Materials used, nothing cheap, and the perfect prints. That's everything's sort of material based. Hair down a little bit of fluffy cushioning here with a gloss gold. We've got that also up the top here around the head area. Lots of beautiful colours. I think it's really well made. So on top of that, they've come out with a lion's head, a Chinese lion's head, which is absolutely blowing my mind. The detail from the metal button on the head, the little pom-pom things, the golden, it's almost like it's been stuck on with the top of a wrap like you do with cars. That's it's perfectly applied. Just going to get my hand inside and just give a fiddle around with something. You got flapping ears. You don't have the blinking eyes, but you do have the movable eyes. Yeah, you can move them backwards and forwards and flick them around, and adds to the appearance of the display. and of course the flapping mouth. Again, lots of detail put into it. The hair apps, or the fur apps, to the ears. A nice sort of a almost like a pom-pom type style wrap that's been put around in red. The ceremonial, I suppose, red ribbon, which probably represents a martial arts group. The material tail that seals off at the back. Usually it has two people operating these, so one at the back holding on, and so you have the four legs. Just going to prop that up. I've pretty much put the lion's head on top of the banner or the flag, the lion's ceremonial flag, so there's the poles supporting the head. Probably a good way of displaying it if you want to put it all in one, instead of having him hold it, or yeah. So I'll just flick that around just to give you a look of the back complete. Just flick that down to the back. Whoops. Spin that back around. Again, ENTERBAY has done a very good job of the head. I absolutely love it. I think it's well made and well presented. They've thought carefully of how they're going to put this together, and it's paid off. It really has paid off. It's good to see there's companies out there that appreciate the licensing side of thing, and also appreciate the buyers, the consumers. This is a perfect ENTERBAY 1/6 license figure. Well worth the $248 I actually paid, but I would be willing to pay the $290 US for sure, because you're getting your dollar's worth. And they're actually going to send it to you. Yeah, believe it or not, they're going to send it to you. It's free shipping. Okay, pose time. Pretty straightforward pose here. I just got Wong Fei-hung with his sort of Western style look that he had in the first part of the movie. The glasses and the brimmed hat, holding the fan. I do think the look is extremely good when the hat and the glasses are applied. Together they look really good. Okay, I'm just going to probably take the hat and glasses off now, and have him holding his staff. Just wanted to finish off with just Jet Li or Wong Fei-hung doing a high leg kick stretch, just to show that the figure can do that, thrusting his staff. So with all the accessories you get, I think it's well worth the price. If you're a Kung Fu fan like I am, or a Jet Li fan, or a Wong Fei-hung fan, part of history, you would like to and definitely want to get this figure, because I don't think it's going to be around for very long. So lion's head, glasses, brimmed hat, plenty of hands, martial arts style hands, black Kung Fu pants, the fan, and of course the staff, and the banner with the axe sort of weapon as well. Plenty of detail put into it, quality work, very impressed. ENTERBAY. That's it for me. Test just one out. Catch ya.